Welcome to a video from thedigitallife.com. In this video we're going to look at this Blink XT outdoor wireless security cam system. Blink actually recently bought by Amazon, so it's now an Amazon company. I've tested a few camera systems out. I've tested Hive and I've tested Arlo, so it's going to be interesting to compare this against those other devices. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to unbox it, get it set up and running, and then I'll probably actually fit it outside and we can see how it works in an outside environment. The interesting thing about what Blink say is that potentially you get 2 years battery life. I found on the Arlo I get about a month, so, and it's a rechargeable battery pack. So these are AA, I believe. So we'll find out that as we go through the video. So in the box we have a very tiny, neat looking little camera. I'll show you that more in a sec. Looks like a base unit, very tiny and neat looking as well. And we've also got in here some accessories. And the accessories seem to be a clip, a pair of AA batteries, and in this bit we've got a micro USB cable, a Europe charging plug, a UK plug. So here's the camera itself. I'll just take these. So it's very light actually, there's obviously no batteries in there. It's smaller than the Arlo. It's got a PIR, which is the motion sensor, and then the camera. And then in there it's telling us how to fit the batteries. I guess this is the base unit, this is the wireless receiver, this plugs, but it's got USB, and that's about it actually. There's a screw in the bag, so I guess this is the mounting kit for it, so we can attach it and mount it how we want. We'll see that as we go through the video. So push that latch down, lift it up, stick the AA batteries in. Notice it takes two as well. Let's put the cover back on. Oh, but there's one other thing on here as well. There's a switch in here to show whether the blue light recording light is on. Okay, so I'm just downloading the app now from on my phone, the Blink Monitor app, and get that open and we'll get set up. So it looks like I need to create an account. So the first thing we're going to do is create an account, and then we need to connect the module up. So now it's just telling me to connect to the unit via Wi-Fi, I think. Right, got connected. It's now doing a firmware update, as everything seems to do nowadays when you first plug it in. So once that's finished, I'll come back and we'll have a look how it works. That's done now. So now we can add a camera. So add device. It's a Blink XT, the external one. So we need the device serial number from the inside of the cover. So let's take the back off. There is a QR code in the back there, so I think we'll need that. So we can type the code in, or we can use the QR code. So I line these up like that. That's picked it up. And it's now adding that camera. And there is the firmware update for the camera. So it's asking me to name the camera. So I'm going to call it Garden, because that's where it's going to go when it's set up. So it wants me to place it now. Well, I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to fit the back on first anyway. So I've got a fairly random picture of it for in the system. So I could now add other cameras, but I've just got this one to add. So I've got settings on there like the name, the battery, the temperature. I'll see if I can switch that into centigrade, but there's an enable temperature alerts, which is quite good, so you can, when it's cold. I've got the motion settings like the enable time, the sensitivity, the clip length, IR, whether it's so that's the night mode, whether that's on or off, and audio's enabled, and everything else. So that's all set up. So it's already showing me I've got a clip. So let's check that clip. And there you can see me messing with my phone, and it's probably not in the best position there. I've just gone to the clip roll, and there it's showing me the amount of space I've used and the clips. So there's a clip that I placed it high on the shelf. Obviously it needs to be angled down. So what I'm going to do, the next part of the video, I'm going to use this clip and position this outside, and then we can get a view of how it looks outside. So I've fitted the bracket up there, just drilled a hole into the wall with the raw plug and put a provided screw in there, clip the bracket and fitted the bracket. So I'm now going to clip the camera to it. So that's it, nice and easy clipped onto there now, and it's so light you don't really need a huge bracket or anything, and that's ready to go now. So I'm going to go back to my app now and adjust the angle of the camera. Another feature that it's got is integration with Amazon Alexa. So I can say, Alexa, show garden.
Okay.
So there you go, there's a live feed from the garden now. And it's that simple, you just use the voice commands. So it's really handy if you're maybe in the kitchen and you get an alert saying your motion sensor's gone off, you can then show that. And or you know, if you've got your front door or whatever, you can see who's there. So I think the Amazon Alexa integration is pretty good actually. So one of the things I've done is set up IFTTT, if this then that, and that has an add-in for the Blink XT, and this is a Hue light, a Philips Hue light, and what I've done is created a thing that says if there's motion, and I can show you this on my phone, so if there's motion detected on the camera, the garden camera, then blink the conservatory light, and that's what you saw flashing then. With IFTTT it's not instant, so I use Stringify for my Philips. I use Stringify for my Arlo cameras. I think Stringify is a bit quicker at responding, but anyway, you get the idea of the kind of thing you can do. So you can trigger things from IFTTT, just add the skill, and then you've got all sorts of things there. So you can send a text, you could send an alert, you could flash lights, you could send a siren, or whatever you've got. You can link things together, and that's a great idea with Blink being able to integrate with the IFTTT, because it means you can use it with other services like Philips Hue. So the camera's set up outside now. I'll switch to a live view so we can have a look at it. So the camera's set up now outside. Here's all the clips. If I look at this one, I can play the clip of me walking around picking something up. So you can see I've got it angled down at the correct scene. So there you can see I've used 1% of my storage, and I can probably switch to a live stream as well. There's a live view of the camera. If you go to the home setting, I changed so there's my device. I managed to change it to centigrade as well, so I can see the temperature of it. But once you go into these device settings there, you've got your sensitivity and your clip length, so I could lengthen that clip length. It's currently there, it says 5 seconds is the best for battery life, and obviously if you put it to 10 seconds, say you're going to increase the battery life because it's recording more. I'm going to leave it at 10, I think. There was another interesting setting I had on here, is scheduling. So you can schedule this to be active and deactivated. So I can say that when it comes on and off. So for me, the back one actually is probably okay to leave on all the time, but maybe if you had it interior or in a busy area like your front door where people come in and out, you can choose which time of day you want it to activate. So you can choose when you want it to be active. It sends the notifications through to your phone, you've seen, and you can play on there. And like I mentioned before, you've got IFTTT option as well, so you can set additional triggers up there as well. There's some interesting Wi-Fi settings. So Wi-Fi to camera is a bit low, camera to sync module. So that means the connection between the sync module, that's that little box you saw, and the camera is full strength. There's a bit of a weakness back to my Wi-Fi, so it might be better to change that to a different access point, or reposition that slightly and maybe get it so that they're sort of both in the middle or something like that. So that's it. It's really straightforward. One screw to get it in the wall, a couple of settings to do on here. Really, all you need to know is your Wi-Fi key, and the rest is very easy to install and get up and running. So I've reviewed Hive, I've reviewed Arlo, and now I've reviewed this, and I'm probably going to do a separate video comparing the three, but I was going to say Easy to set up, very small box, smaller than the Arlo device, and so far hasn't dropped off the network or anything like that. So it's £149 on Amazon for one camera, and that includes that little base unit as well, which is a really good price, so cheaper than some of the competition out there. See how it goes with the battery life. But yeah, it's all up and running. Links with IFTTT, easy to get running, and good quality as well. So thanks for watching this video. I'm going to do perhaps a separate video comparing the pros and cons of different systems now I've got Hive, Arlo and Blink installed. Check out our YouTube channel, at ISDixon on Twitter and on thedigital lifestyle.com.